Okay, so chapter 6, review solutions. For number 1, what we're going to end up using is the side splitter theorem. So what that looks like is the two sides of the triangle are being split by a parallel line. So then the parts are proportional. So we could go 6 over 10 equals 3 over x. You could also go 6 over 3 equals 10 over x, whichever way you want to do it. Okay, so then cross multiply and we'll get x is 5. Number 2, kind of our bow tie problem where AC is parallel to DB. So mark that with the arrow. And then I used alternate interior angles are congruent. Then we're going to put the side lengths where they belong. And for this chapter, I want you guys to mark the corresponding sides, not with a slash like we did with congruence, but so I'm going to box in x and 8 because they're corresponding, and I'm going to circle 3 and 4 because they're corresponding. So now I'm going to create my proportion. 3 over 4 equals x over 8, and I'm just showing that I decided to put the smaller triangle on top. Be consistent with which one you put on top and see that through. So x is 6. All right, for the next one, so they're giving us the 3 side lengths, no diagram, but they're saying the smallest side of a similar triangle is 4. So that's got to correspond to the 6. So I underline those. And the missing one is going to go with the 15, which is the longest side on a similar triangle. So that sets up our proportion. 6 over 4 equals 15 over x. X will be 10. Okay, last one is for page 1. We're going to need to use, we're trying to figure out which ones are corresponding to get our proportion. And what we notice is we, before we can get x, okay, we need somehow to get something that corresponds with 45. So we're missing too many sides. So we'll have to use Pythagorean theorem first to get y, and then we'll be able to set up our proportion. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, some mechanics here. So please try to show your work. So y is going to be 30. Okay, now we'll be able to use 30 corresponds to 45, 16 corresponds to x. So we can set up our proportion. Okay, so 30x equals, got it stuck here for a second, 720, and x is 24. Okay, so that's the end of page 1 of the chapter 6 review.